Okay, if you mention the date, some value should be there, like an auto-increment rate. You see, this AI right. You should take it right auto-increment. It got auto-increment rate. Or you'll be auto-fill. So this like unique character, primary key in a not null unique. Okay, bold is binary column. This is unique design and this is, fill up the value for that column with 0 if it is numeric, and this is auto-increment. Okay, and this is generated column. So if it marked as auto-increment, and apply it. Finish it. If you go back to face the user information right. And if you try to save a new record, let's see. It will be logic, actually right, you have to perform it for the auto-increment. So this value is not filling right. So you have a methodology, like you know. You have to update this column or else you have to mention, like a system, data dot. You can search it here. Let's search it here. How they're doing, like in. How to populate. A timestamp. Column in MySQL. So creating table with a timestamp field in MySQL right, you can check this one. So this is like a let us create a table. If you create the table like this, 90, not null. Incremental, okay, auto increment and end timestamp default. Current timestamp not null. So basically it will put your current timestamp. Okay, this value. So after that, if you pass this record right, it will be ended will be like this, so default is current timestamp. If I give this current timestamp, let's see whether it is going to accept or not. Import user. And update it. If I give OK. Content error cannot be accepted. The previous value key is kept instead. OK. So if you give like here, what is the value they're passing here? And then the timestamp. OK, the value is timestamp and a different timestamp. So if I create a table like this, right, I think it will accept. So. Because this is, like you know, your database job. They used to do it right. Okay, if you give your date and default expression here, I believe you have to give the current timestamp. No, this is not as simple. Then you can simply go back to like you know. But creating a new is going like new, or correctly. Okay, new window. Type this record or table information later. Copy this information. They will modify it in the query window. Sorry. So this is like you're doing this. This is not required. Okay. And just modify this query to create table. OK. Like I didn't, is not null auto-increment primary. So this is the primary key column, right? So you can keep it as an ID then. Start it right. They have given as a timestamp. So we'll keep it as this column only, like. Update underscore date, OK timestamp and default current timestamp, not null. OK, so other column, right? You can simply ignore this, or you can add your more column if you want. OK, and. What is your? Simple. Run this and just scroll it down. What you got to change this applied, right? Not this one. No database selected. OK, so just right-click and set it as a default schema and after that run it. OK, so the table got created. Simple refresh it. So you see, this demo data is created, right? So the same logic you can. You know we were like if I simple gave a value here. 12,345, right? Or you have to click it here to edit. OK, once you do that. OK, now it is coming, so simple applied. There was an error while it moves the database open. There is OK. How to print value. OK. So this means it's expecting less column value. I will give only this much. OK. Finish. See, the time got auto-populated, right? So the same condition we can utilize it. The query itself. How you can gonna do that? So I believe this is possible only through the query. So, while creating the table information, these thing we created, right? So, through query how you can create a table, create table of the ID, not only give updated this, and let me give you a proper name to this table. So you will give like import underscore users. OK. And this ID will be there for us. Updated will be the last column. OK. So here I will give, like you know, first name. OK. And I give the column name is like you know where, cat. Comma OK. In where cat we have to mention, like in 250. So first name is gone. Then you have to give, like you know, last name. OK, where cat same you to do 50 character comma. So, first name, last name, is there. What else we required? We require, like you know, email. OK, again where cat. 50 and comma here. So 3 column we took, right? We maybe need another column. So what was the data like first name, last name, status and email? Right, ID is already there, first name, last name, status, email. So where it went? OK. So I will give, like you know, status key where cat. 250.